Friends, I'm Dr. Shahid sharing with you your assignment to figure out what are the, I may say, possible solution to work out with the people who have burnt out on the job and their job is at risk and they are very upset. So, in that regard, I have just narrated to you in two or three segments what is human nature, because we must be knowing about whom we are talking, and then we can figure out environment, and then what is happening, the interaction of the supervisor, people in between, and what is the result of it. How they are not feeling satisfactory and they think they are blocked. You see, I may like to share with you, we can see from two angles. Is it we are looking from career counseling or we are looking for job selection? Because when you are looking from this angle, job selection, then we have to see what the demand of the organization, what they are looking for, what their result is not okay. But if you are looking from the individual, the worker, then we have to see vocational career counseling point of view. What is human nature? Have they got this job on their own choice, and whether they have adjusted with it or not, and what are the condition. Then in that respect I have narrated to you in detail about human nature. Please just keep in mind the human beings are there who are working. It is not a machine. No, there's difference between the machine and human being. In machine, engineer can fix and lose or tight certain things, and they can replace certain part in a car, and then they have a tuning and new oil in it to run it in a better form, and that is the solution of it. But mankind, you cannot take away the brain or head from a person. You have to resolve the thing, and it is a very interesting thing. There is no surgery. You are talking, you are taking inner world before you, then you are trying to figure out what are the sources, what are the system within it. So keep in mind, in each and every cell, there are billions of programs and there are so many cells, and this is the most complicated computer of the world. So, God has given us insight in that respect that I will mention after this presentation. What is the, I may say, counseling in Islam? What is the Quranic counseling for these kind of clients or these kind of affairs? Because everything is there. The human being has certain limitation, because I cannot enter into the mind of another person to know this is. So it is through communication. I will, in the end, I will just let you know what are the certain main pillar of communication which is missing, and that just when we do not use it is logic, and we have our own subjective presentation and predisposition, then the things become more complicated. So we will see whether this phenomenon is also working in it. So when you are dealing with this person, please keep in mind, you must have the knowledge what is the concept of nature of mankind about these people, what the things, what is human nature, and what is the purpose of life, and have they big expectations, or how they feel helplessness. It is a learned helplessness, or it is a some kind of psychological neurological kind of condition in which they have been suffering. What is their goal of life, and above all, have they some faith? What is the basis of faith? Is faith is just on hear and say, or it is based on some logical ground? And then we have to see that what is their concept and trend about the capitalism, wealth, and do you think that wealth is the solution of this thing, or this world is illusory? So it all depends upon that person whom we are talking about. We must have this knowledge while having the job analysis or data analysis to figure out what is the solution, what kind of strategy we can apply on that one. So what is the concept of their about their creator, and what is the creature, and what and how they feel about, I may say, the world around them. And he's not just mechanical in nature, he has feeling, has he some sources of enjoyment. Above all, the most important thing is, has he a strong family support, is their family situation, or he is single person and struggling, and he is married or unmarried. Please keep in mind all these factors, because these are the social sport. It can support you or it can distract you. So we have to see what condition that person is, and the possible solution. We ask them what is their problem. They know what is their problem. They can pinpoint it. Have they tried it? What strategy they have tried it? So these are a small kind of thing we are looking, but these are his glasses from which he's looking the thing, and he's feeling himself, what he thinks about his own self concept, and what is the attitude about the people around him, because he is not single. There are people around you. What is their mental health? What kind of situation they are? Then what kind of environment? It is a comfortable environment, or they are overcrowded environment, or what type of situation? What is the nature of the job? And above all, how is the behavior of the supervisor? Because there is a is he understanding his I may say worker, and he has a feeling for them, and he get involved into them or resolve the things, or he just say that he is a boss, the things should be done like this way and the output should be like this way. So where the things are going on, we must keep in mind, because we are dealing with the human being, and the pieces before it I have presented to you about human nature, you must have in mind before we may suggest them any kind of suggestions. Please keep in mind that the moral ethical values play a key role in it. You know, as I narrated to you before it, nafse lawama, nafse ammara, nafse mutmainna, though those people who believe on this system and they have arranged certain kind of relationship and discipline themselves, they feel quite comfortable. They take big, challenges, and they take it as a fun and pleasure, because they take it, if it may be done, okay, if it is not, this is my luck. So we have to see what type of thinking is. Those people, psychologically, it has been seen mostly those who are sensitive, those who are a very man of conscience, and they have a strong ego, and they check everything, and they feel guilty if they are not done in the proper way, and they have no control on it. We have to see, because on the other hand, those people who are no conscience, they are egoistic people. They enjoy the nature, they take as a fun and pleasure, and they are dominant. Sometimes it is seen that they become, when they have a stress, they take their aggression outside. On the other side, those who are honest, who are simple, who are have a good conscience, they take a revenge from their own self. So we have to see what is there, these levels, how they give the meanings to it. It is related with the religion also. So because a lot of people who have these kind of problem, logotherapy is very important to help them, because those people who have a logotherapy, they are more calm, cool, relaxed. They face the stress with easily, and they adjust with the situation. So we have to see all these factors while discussing all these things. Friends, I've been sharing with you various aspects of this phenomena. Whenever these workers are burnt up and they are exhausted and they are rather disappointed, please keep in mind at this time everything which is done to just to encourage them and create a communication skill with them to break that block which has appeared due to anxiety, tension, and insecurity and helplessness. And in that respect, I would like to share with you the supervisor should be smart in understanding the human psyche. Mostly in the big institution, they place certain kind of supervisor. They may be expert in administrative and governing nature, but they must have take the courses on psychology, abnormal psychology, social psychology, communication skill, because these are the things which are very important. They have to deal not with the machine; they are dealing with the mankind. And keep in mind, these advisors must be trained in that respect, and they must be knowing from their verbal and non-verbal kind of gesture, their face, their facial expression, their the moods and other thing. A smart person can easily read the inner feelings, at least something from the other thing. They should not be bound just to push them and make them like an animal to keep doing more and more. They must understand, and they should not make them more rigid in that respect, because that creates rigidity in the person. So in this way they must have a rapport with the people. I mean, they should be a facilitator. They should be helper how to resolve the block in that situation, and they can play a very wonderful role. But they must be trained in that respect, because I have seen so many people. They just see their big degrees and their training and this and that, but they don't know how they would like to communicate with their people. So there should be within a week at least one or two visits where he may be at relax and just play with them in a group counseling, a group is therapy, or some kind of sharing with each other, so that he may be able to know how we can work the thing in this situation. Please keep in mind, we in this life spend a billion of people on our exhibition, on makeup, fashion, and other kind of thing, just to show that how I'm looking good, smart, and attractive. This is the main problem at the society. So what happened? The people have a misunderstanding in that respect. They just see the facial thing, outer self, which is not the real self. So I would like they ignore the real inner self, and for a good, I may say, healthy life, mental health, there should be, they should pay more attention to their inner psyche, due to which they exist, and we should have certain kind of feeling outside of ourselves, and we should be concerned about inner self. So don't push your inner self too much, because that block the thing. So there should be a communication between you and your inner self. Forget what the people is, because how many people you can make happy, how many people you can become, I may say, slave to them, just yes man. Try to understand yourself, because in religion it is said one must have a self-respect, because God created him unique. He is a unique thing, nobody can be like him, and he has potential as an individual, and nobody can be matched with that one. So love and respect your inner self, and have inner connection, and make others inner self happy, and develop a various kind of method and technique when to rest, when to enjoy, and make our life wonderful. Because people just think that this money is that, and we can take everything. Money can't give you mental peace. Please write down on your paper. You can't buy mental peace. Mental peace is not outside. It is not a makeup. It is not a, giving a bribery to get a job. It is your inner self. So when your inner self is at peace, then you will feel happy, relaxed. Even when you have somebody give you a bad name, you smile and say, "Oh, that's your style." So it depends upon how you have connected with your inner self, love your inner self, have a recognition with your inner self, and there should be certain kind of courses. I may say some kind of training, like uh, yoga, meditation, and other kind of techniques, just to relax and have a self cool, and then go to work. So there are 100,000 kind of thing, because I have not case history of these clients, and I don't know what situation this. I'm trying my ABC, whatever I know, perhaps that may help you.
الله لطيف بعباده يرزق من يشاء وهو القوي العزيز.
Allah is subtle with His servants. He gives provision to whom He wills, and He is the powerful, the exalted in might.
من كان يريد حرث الآخرة نزد له في حرثه ومن كان يريد حرث الدنيا نؤته منها وما له في الآخرة من نصيب.
Whoever desires the harvest of the hereafter, we increase for him in his harvest. And whoever desires the harvest of this world, we give him thereof, but there is not for him in the hereafter any share.